Imagine a world where Spider-Man, our beloved web-slinging hero, turns to the dark side. A shocking thought, isn't it? But let's delve into this alternate universe where the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is not so friendly anymore. Picture this: New York City, the epicenter of all things Spider-Man. A young Peter Parker, who we've always known as a beacon of hope and righteousness, finds himself enveloped in a cloud of despair and anger. The loss of his Uncle Ben had always been the driving force behind his heroism, but what if that grief took a wrong turn? What if, instead of inspiring him to save others, it filled him with a thirst for revenge? The transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow, gradual process, like the tightening of a spider's web. Peter starts to question his motives, his purpose. His cheerful demeanor fades away, replaced by a grim determination. He begins to use his powers not to protect, but to punish those he deems responsible for his uncle's death. His friends, his loved ones, they notice the change, but by the time they realize what's happening, it's too late. Spider-Man, the hero they once knew and loved, is gone. In his place stands a figure driven by vengeance, a figure who uses his powers to instill fear instead of hope. The transformation is complete. Our hero has become the villain. The Spider-Man we knew, the one who stood for justice and peace, is replaced by this new, darker version. A version that is a stark reminder of how grief, if left unchecked, can twist even the purest of hearts. But how does this happen? How does our hero fall so far from grace? This journey from hero to villain is not a simple one. It's a complex web of emotions, decisions, and events that slowly but surely change Spider-Man from the protector of New York City to its biggest threat. Now, imagine the shock, the disbelief, when the people of New York City see their hero, their Spider-Man, turn against them. The fear, the chaos that ensues. The city that once looked up to Spider-Man now looks at him with fear and distrust. This is a world where Spider-Man is not a hero but a villain. A world that forces us to question everything we thought we knew about our favorite web slinger. So, what do you think? How does this alternate version of Spider-Man affect your perception of the character? Does it shatter your image of the hero, or does it make you understand the complexity of his character even more? Is there room for a villainous Spider-Man in your world? In this world of chaos and fear, an unlikely alliance forms. Spider-Man, now straddling the line between hero and villain, finds allies in the most unexpected places, his former enemies, the Sinister Six. They too have felt the sting of betrayal and disillusionment. And they see in Spider-Man a kindred spirit, a fellow outcast. Seeing an opportunity, they extend their hands in partnership, forming an alliance that no one could have predicted. Together, they wreak havoc on New York City, their combined powers causing chaos and destruction on an unprecedented scale. The city is under siege, not from the usual suspects, but from their own hero and his new allies. The once beloved Spider-Man, now a villain in the eyes of many, is leading the charge against the city he once vowed to protect. The lines between good and evil are blurred, and the city holds its breath, waiting to see what will happen next. Will Spider-Man return to his heroic roots, or is this new alliance here to stay? As dawn breaks, New York City, the city that never sleeps, finds itself under siege. The Sinister Six, led by a figure who was once their enemy, now their ally, Spider-Man, are seemingly unstoppable. Their combined powers create a whirlwind of destruction, tearing through the city's defenses as if they were paper. The city's brave forces, the police, the firefighters, even the ordinary citizens, they all rally together, trying to protect their home. But the battle is fierce, the enemies are powerful. Everywhere you look, there is chaos, destruction, fear. Buildings crumble, streets are torn apart, and the city that was once a beacon of hope now stands on the brink of collapse. Yet, in the midst of this chaos, there is a glimmer of hope. The city's forces fight back with everything they have, showing a resilience and determination that is truly inspiring. They refuse to back down, refuse to let their city fall. But the question remains, will it be enough? As the sun sets, the city is a shadow of its former self. The once bustling streets are now deserted, the city's skyline marred by the scars of battle. The people of New York live in fear, their lives disrupted by the very hero they once admired. Spider-Man, their former protector, is now their biggest threat. The city is in ruins and the battle is far from over. The Battle of New York has begun, and its outcome is uncertain. In the aftermath of the Battle of New York, the city is left in ruins. a haunting reminder of the devastation caused by the Sinister Six and their unlikely ally. Buildings stand as hollowed-out shells, streets are littered with debris, and the city's once vibrant energy is replaced by a grim silence. The city that never sleeps now seems to be in a state of suspended animation, as if holding its breath, waiting for the next attack. New York's brave citizens, those who once walked these streets with pride, now face the daunting task of rebuilding their shattered city. Despite the overwhelming odds, there's a fierce determination in their eyes. They band together, helping one another, showing the same resilience they did during the battle. The city may be down, but it's not out. Not yet. However, the battle has left more than just physical scars. The psychological trauma runs deep. The city's perception of Spider-Man, their once beloved hero, is forever tainted. The trust they had in him is shattered, replaced by fear, anger, and a sense of betrayal. The Sinister Six, always seen as villains, are now even more feared and hated. The city is forever changed, its trust in heroes shattered. Yet in the face of this adversity, New York continues to endure, to fight, to hope. Because that's what New Yorkers do. They rise from the ashes, stronger than before. As the dust settles, a new dawn breaks over the battered city of New York. Just when all hope seems lost, shadows move in the distance. The silhouette of the Avengers Kinjay pierces the early morning sky, bringing with it a beacon of hope. Alongside them, the Spider Society, led by the tenacious Miles Morales, swings into action. But as the saying goes, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And this is no exception. From the darkness, four figures emerge, their intentions far from benevolent. Venom, Carnage, the Green Goblin, and Mysterio join forces with the already formidable Sinister Six, their combined threat casting a new, darker shadow over the city. The city holds its breath, the tension palpable. The Avengers and the Spider Society face an uphill battle, the odds stacked heavily against them. But in the face of this adversity, an unlikely alliance is formed. United by their common goal, the Avengers and the Spider Society join forces, their combined strength a ray of hope in this bleak situation. The stage is set for an epic showdown. The Avengers and the Spider Society versus the Sinister Six. The city of New York caught in a tug of war between good and evil. As the sun crests over the horizon, the city waits in anticipation, its fate hanging in the balance. As the city awakens to a new dawn, it is met with an unexpected sight. The once familiar streets of New York have become a battlefield. The Avengers, alongside the Spider Society, rally against the Sinister Six and their newly recruited allies. Despite their differences and past conflicts, the Avengers and the Spider Society find common ground. Their unity, a testament to their shared goal: to protect the city they call home. Across the battlefield, the Sinister Six, now bolstered by the fearsome Venom, the unpredictable Carnage, the scheming Green Goblin, and the illusionist Mysterio stand ready. Their combined force, a dark mirror to the united front of the Avengers and the Spider Society. The air crackles with tension, the impending clash promising a battle of epic proportions. As the two forces collide, the city watches in stunned silence. The Avengers and the Spider Society, fueled by their determination, fight with everything they have. The Sinister Six, driven by their ambition, retaliate with equal vigor. The battle rages, neither side willing to back down, the city caught in their crossfire. As the sun continues to rise, casting long shadows across the battlefield, the fate of New York City hangs precariously in the balance. The question remains, who will emerge victorious in this epic showdown? From the ashes of the epic showdown, a new dawn breaks. The dust settles, and the city holds its breath, waiting for the outcome. The once familiar streets of New York, now a battlefield, bear the scars of the fierce battle. Against the backdrop of the rising sun, the Avengers and the Spider Society, bruised but not broken, emerge victorious. The Sinister Six and their allies, their formidable force now scattered, have been defeated. The city breathes a collective sigh of relief, their faith in their heroes reaffirmed. The daunting task of rebuilding awaits, but the city is not daunted. With a renewed sense of hope and resilience, New York City prepares to rise from the ashes. The people, inspired by the bravery and unity of the Avengers and the Spider Society, stand ready to restore their city to its former glory. Amidst the chaos and destruction, New York City, once again, stands tall, a testament to its indomitable spirit. The Avengers and the Spider Society, their unity stronger than ever, look upon the city they have saved. Their mission, though far from over, has reached a triumphant milestone. And as the city starts its journey towards healing, one thing is clear: New York City, under the watchful eyes of its heroes, will always rise, stronger and more resilient than ever.